This is In the Field with Oliver Field, and today we're interviewing the most secretive and mysterious rapper at all of Edgewood. We're talking to Fentallium. Now, to preserve this man's identity, we have found a representative who will call him on the phone, and we'll see if he can answer our questions through this private correspondences. Would you like to introduce yourself, good sir?
I am Metasundukcha. I am a advent fan of Fentallium.
Who couldn't be?
I've been there since the beginning. No gumption. Lagoon. Great stuff.
Beautiful.
I've been there since the fan account was created. Good friend of mine, that man, by the way. You may not know him, though, unfortunately.
But you do know who he is,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Can you tell us why Fentallium is so secretive with his identity?
Well, you have to understand, he's going up against Fentallium, Evan Weber. Evan, this man he's a man with a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of influence around the world. He owns his people similarly inclined to him own much of the world.
No.
Yeah, I know. It's diabolical. It's
A
diabolical.
similar ethnicity, if you will.
Possibly, though it extends deeper than that.
Gosh, I had no idea that Edgewood rapping, the scene was so deep, so ingrained in the power dynamics of the world.
Every facet of media. They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
So that's why being secretive, it protects you.
Well, is it possible to call Fentallium up right now?
But a moment.
I may be a little excited, ladies and gentlemen. This is honestly the biggest interview of my entire career. I'm not sure how I can peak this.
Now, I shall be a tool from which he will speak his words.
Well, of course, we have to protect his identity. What with all the ops out there.
Can you hear me? Fentallium. Fentallium.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Fentallium. That is a slur. I cannot say that. What? Please. Okay, give me a question. Let's see what he has to say.
What spurned Fentallium to start his career?
What spurned Fentallium? What was the belief behind the creation of Fentallium? What was the creation of Fentallium? What was behind it? What brought you to do this?
Fentallium, please.
Continue.
Mete, we have to
He was
know.
on the toilet. He looked out the window. Great toilet, by the way, great toilet. And he saw a raccoon.
Oh my God.
What's brought it on?
A raccoon. Could that be a muse from the divine? Anyway, let's move on to the second question.
Okay.
What is Fentallium's favorite song that he has written? What's the name?
It's his favorite song. Fentallium. Of his?
Of his.
Fentallium. What, out of your 3 songs you've released so far, which one is your favorite, would you say? No gumption.
No gumption. No gumption.
On God is what he said.
Honestly, what else could it be? Like, it's peak. Okay. Third question. There have been some rumors from certain people that Fentallium took the idea of being an Edgewood rapper from Fentallium. And how would he respond to these accusations?
Fentallium, can you hear me? Fentallium. Next question for you. There's rumors about that you stole the idea of being an Edgewood rapper
Well,
dearest Fentallium himself.
I said inspired by.
Inspired by. What do you say? He says this is slander on his good name. And he's telling a certain Mrs. Furtick about this. Adamantly. He's enraged. He's saying slurs, horrific slurs. Oh God.
I did not mean.
My belief is shaking right now.
I did not mean to
That's horrific.
enrage Fentallium with this. I think that we should wrap this up.
He's been feeding you false information for the last 5 minutes.
It looks like another Fentallium conspiracy theory
Media, don't listen.
being perpetuated.
They lie.
Okay. Fentallium. His final question.
Final question. Fentallium.
What everyone is dying to hear. Fentallium, how did you get your name?
Fentallium, final and most important question. How did you get your name, Fentallium?
Are these the same function?
He was doing while voraciously.
I'm sorry, but for people listening to this in post, we have just had to censor all of that, not because it was inappropriate, but because it was too revealing of Fentallium's identity.
The truth hurts, ladies and gentlemen. The gentlemen watching this.
Yeah, what ladies are watching
Yeah,
this?
no.
Call me up, though.
The media has lied to you. They've disguised you under a smoke screen. This is the truth about Fentallium. All my words are truth.
All of his words, I'm sure, are truth. And trust me, we are so saddened by the fact that we couldn't tell Fentallium's origin story for his own privacy. It was a beautiful, swirling, larger-than-life tale, but truly the only one that could explain the phenomenon that is Fentallium. Anyway, does you or Fentallium have any final comments?
Fentallium, do you have anything else to say to Oliver Field? He sees you.
Well, tell him that I see him in my heart. Well, this has been In the Field with Oliver Field.